Hello, it is me, Pearl, and this is Tuned In Tarot, and we're doing a special reading today to go deeper into the meaning and messages of the Lovers card. So, if you have only just started following me or you haven't been on my Instagram account and don't know about sort of the origins of Tuned In Tarot, the way that I started this account, which I started back in May, is I was inspired to choose a song or choose a card and then choose a song that would go with the card, or, listen to a song and then shuffle, and then whatever card came out, relate it back to the message of the song. And that's really what started my account and how I got involved in even doing these daily readings at all. It was just this sort of desire to wed music with the messages from the tarot, because I'm a musician and I had always done this in the past. So this has slowly morphed over the last few months. I guess I wouldn't say slowly because it really did kind of take off, but it morphed into this really interesting union between music and messages. And sort of organically, this little song challenge started to happen on Instagram. So the way that it works is I shuffle the deck periodically to find a major arcana card that Spirit wants us to focus on. And then that's sort of our theme for a collective playlist that we all make together. And initially, I tried to do these playlists all by myself. Like, I was like, the first card that I happened to pull when I started my account happened to be the Fool. And I thought the synchronicity of that was just wild. So I went through my collection of music, which is pretty large, and tried to find all of the songs I could possibly find that matched the themes and messages of the Fool card. There's a lot of them. So it was taking me like hours and hours and hours to make these playlists. And it dawned on me that it would probably be, number one, easier if I asked for help from the collective. And number two, it would be more representative of different musical tastes and ideas about the messages from the cards. And it would give me insight into what the people who were listening to my messages were reflecting on. And then it opened up the possibility that when I shuffle the playlists and Spirit chooses a message, Spirit literally chooses a person who chose that message to receive more personalized messages in the reading. And so I would shuffle and then I would do the reading. And really the prize that you would win is just that your song was the focus. And so anything that was on your mind when you chose that song would sort of be addressed in that reading. And eventually people started asking me for free personal readings. And I didn't really have a way to give those to people. And then it dawned on me that I could use the shuffling to be able to determine who I could give free readings to, who needed them, and Spirit would kind of direct me in that process. So we are now at the final result of that collective playlist, and we're refining it each time. And now that I have this YouTube live presence, I'm going to be doing this deeper look at the card, and I'll explain a little bit how I do that for the twins. And then I'm going to ask you to think about what songs you feel embody the messages of this card and submit them to me. You will see periodically throughout the next few weeks, I will put up stories that will show the card and ask you a question. There'll be like the little question blob inside that says, what song do you feel embodies? Please include artists. Answer inside of that box, not in the comment of the post, but actually the question box itself. That will allow me to keep track of everyone who has submitted songs. I will add those to a collective playlist. I will shuffle it, and then you will have an opportunity to win a free reading when I go through and do that. Okay, so that is all the nitty-gritty about what is happening here and what we are doing. Now we're going to go and we're going to look at the card that Spirit chose for us to focus on for January 1st of 2021. We will stay with the energy of this card until I feel a completion. Usually it's about a month, but the last card, which was Justice, kind of hung out for 2 months. So it kind of depends on what the energy is like as I'm reading for the twins. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling like it's really ironic that Spirit chose this card after I just went through the process of releasing my attachment to my physical manifestation. And then lo and behold, the theme for the twins is the lovers. So we're going to look at what that really means for the head and heart space of each of them. But for the moment, let's look at the lovely fountain. This is the Fountain Tarot, the description of this card, because I feel like it's a good place for us to leap off from in regards to exploring the lovers. We all have, first of all, the message that the fountain has, the overarching message is choosing love, okay? We all have unexplainable moments of knowing or recognizing ourselves in a person or a place intuitively. These moments of love are spiritual, like reuniting with a cosmic twin. They can restore balance and make us feel very happy. Unlike the title might suggest, the Lover's card is not primarily about passion or romance. When these moments of love occur, they are about a choice: follow your head or follow your heart. Love is not always convenient, easy, or painless, but the possibilities that arise from saying yes can bring lifelong joy in many areas. Follow your heart and choose love. The meaning of this card is a choice, transformation, love, fulfillment of desires, a magical union, trust in one's heart, and harmony. When it appears in its reversal, it can mean lack of trust in oneself, separation, analytical to a fault, or flightiness and rigid plans. All right, so that's the Fountain Tarot's lovely description of the Lover's card. And I used the Divine Feminine Headspace deck that I've been using starting since this morning in order to choose the card. So the way that I did it was I shuffled on camera, and you can see that shuffle over on Instagram. And 3 cards came out before I arrived at the Major Arcana cards. So the way that I do it is I read those 3 cards with this card as our end result of these 3 cards. This is Divine Feminine Headspace that we used. For the rest of the decks, what I did is I would pull the Lover, I would shuffle through the decks, not shuffle them, look through the deck and find where the Lover's card was. And then I would pull the card that was behind it and the card that was in front of it. And I will read the meaning of that card in the heart space and head space of Divine Masculine and Feminine that way with the other 3 decks that I use. Only one of the Lovers appeared in its reverse. All of the rest of the Lovers cards were upright when I found them in the deck. All right, so let's get started on the first reading that brings us to the Lovers. This is in Divine Feminine's headspace, and it's basically how can Divine Feminine get to this place where she's choosing love in her headspace. And she tells us first this 9 of Wands energy. So the 9 of Wands is a card about having fought battles, received wounds, and being in a place where you now need to heal those wounds. It's about kind of building a protective fortress around yourself and kind of tucking in there and just doing the work that you need to do to heal the wounds that have been inflicted. But what she's telling us by this card's reversal is that she's not in this place of healing anymore. This place where she has had to engage in this healing of these inner wounds. We're seeing that this energy is passing away. And now she has done the work that she needs to do to have healed these wounds. And that's also in the past placement in this reading. Now, where she has arrived, because this is the present, where she has arrived is the 6 of Pentacles. Now, this also came up today in her headspace in the reading. If you missed it, it is the reading from 01/01/2021. And in that reading, we saw this exact 6 of Pentacles was the last thought in her mind. So here it is where we have arrived. After having healed these inner wounds, these deep, deep wounds, she is now in a place of reciprocity. She's in a place where she is only going to be accepting from a lover, from a counterpart, the reciprocal energy that has been put into the relationship. So there's no more imbalance for her in regards to this union. In order to arrive here, if you've been following this journey, she has had to release a physical attachment to a physical manifestation of this Divine Masculine aspect of self, and instead focus on the union within herself. And But this energy, this healing of this wounds, feeling like she was less than without having this divine masculine, this energy is truly passing away. And then we have the Four of Cups. Now, this is the thing that is going to lead us to the Lovers, right? Because in Divine Feminine spread, we had 3 cards appear before we saw the Lovers. So for her, she has had to heal these wounds to arrive at a place where she accepts only reciprocal energy of which she is giving herself. She moves then into the top of the deck. This was the foremost thing in her mind this morning in today's reading. The Four of Cups energy, which is to go into a place of meditation, contemplation, connect with the divine, go into a place of nature, learn to trust, right, in nature, trust in the nature of things, and fill up that cup. There's the 3 cups there that are down beside her, and then there's one just behind her. So she's using that divine energy to fill up that cup so that she can arrive at this union inside of self. So she understands that that's the progression that brings her to the fulfillment of this Lover's card. Now let's take a look at her heart space. That was her head space. In her heart space, we have, obviously, the Lovers. That's the present card. The past card, I can't make it up, is death. Divine Feminine has had to kill the physical manifestation of a particular lover in regards to this union. In order for her to achieve the Lovers inside of her own heart, she has had to endure a death and had to experience grief in regards to this relationship. But the outcome is the Star card in reverse, which was also a major player in our reading today. And I shit you not, I'm looking at it also again. So I can't with these readings, but I didn't even realize that until I just looked down. The Star in reverse. The Star in reverse, we know, is about trying to maintain hopefulness in the face of darkness, right? Needing things to come to light, needing an illumination to come to light. So for her, she has had to release old ideas, release the old patterns, the old cycles in regards to these lovers, and hold out hope that this healing that has been done, that's taken place in that Nine of Wands energy, will allow this hope she has to actually come down and manifest on the earth. That star coming and touching down here in the 3D, no longer being something that is just hidden in the darkness, but actually bringing illumination. That is her hope in her heart space, that she will see the way to this union. All right, let's go take a look at Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine headspace, obviously. Here's the Lovers for the Cosmic Tarot. What is in the past for Divine Masculine is this energy of the Magician. So he has done everything in his power to manifest these lovers here in the 3D. He has put all of his energy. Now, the Magician was also here this morning in today's reading. It was in the heart space and it was in reverse. In the head space, he's realizing that in the past, he has done everything he possibly could to manifest the lovers. And look at what he's doing. He is holding out hope that his wish fulfillment will happen here upon the earth. I really cannot make this up. I cannot. He is holding out this hope that his lover will appear here on the earth and he will be able to be in this physical union with her and not be in just an ethereal plane. He is also not wanting to rely on his Divine Feminine as his star energy, but to provide this light to himself and bring illumination, because it is his job to shift the energy and illuminate the reasons that he has held back from approaching this divine union here in the 3D. Now, some of what is being revealed is here in his heart space. This was the place where the lovers appeared in reverse. This is the place, the only place in the spread where there is not a trust in the ability to have this union. But you know what? I'm going to track that statement of the vice versa tarot. And there are two ways to see this card. You can see this card upright in the dark or upright in the light. So when divine masculine is showing us this reversal on this card, he's not reversing the energy of the lovers. He's telling us that he wants to move from a place where the lovers have been hidden into a place where the light is shining on them and there is full illumination and trust in the safety that the lovers have here on the earth. What in the past for him is this King of Pentacles energy, right? Not feeling like he's worthy, not feeling like he has enough. He is really needing and seeking to turn his back on this energy where he has felt like he couldn't provide, where he's been focused on this material and had this wall up and blocked divine feminine from him. He's wanting to come out of that energy so that he can be approachable and fully in his position as the King of Pentacles. But this has definitely been the past energy in regards to the lovers. He has blocked any potential for these lovers to be able to come into the light because he has kept divine feminine out and not believed in his worthiness. And in order to go forward, what must he do? I cannot make this up. It is the Devil card. It is in reverse. And we are looking at the front of the card that is in reverse, and we are looking at these lovers. And here they are, those same two lovers. But what is their problem here? They are chained to this devil energy. They are chained to this sexual energy, to the codependency, to attachment. And what must he do to shift this into the light and be able to have his lovers here on the earth? He must release his physical attachment in that devil energy. I cannot believe that freaking reading. Jesus. All right. I can't make it up. I pulled only 3 cards for each, and there's union. I'm just astonished. Always. But it's cool. It's cool. So those are the themes that we're looking at in regards to the twins and the lovers energy within the next however many weeks. We're going to be exploring this major arcana card until it's time for us to shift into a new energy. But right now we're called to explore themes of choosing love. We want to choose love. Wow. You can take that to the bank. You saw it here. You saw the shuffle if you were over on Instagram. It is real. It is very, very real. All right. Have a wonderful day today, everybody. Choose love, and I will see you tomorrow morning on Tuned In Tarot.